On the first day at Academy, the elders ran the resonance ceremony. Lycans use scent instinct to locate their fated student. Valedictorian and student council president, Scarlet Ashcroft, didn't even hesitate. She walked straight up and claimed the Frost Wolf before anyone else could move. I was dead last in the student rankings. I got assigned a single silver rank Stone Wolf. Then the glacial reckoning hit. Because I'd bonded with the Stone Wolf, I shared its innate ability, cold resistance. Scarlet's Frost Wolf never had the chance to grow. His bloodline never awoke. On day one of the reckoning, he froze to death. That wasn't the worst part. Fueled by jealousy, Scarlet rallied the others and jumped at me. They killed my Stone Wolf. Then they roasted steaks right in front of me, laughing while they ate. I was so overwhelmed with grief I died. When I opened my eyes again, I was back. Back to the day of the resonance ceremony. As the lowest ranked student at Academy, I was always picked last. Sure enough, the only Lycan remaining was the Stone Wolf.
Wait! You take the Frost Wolf. I want the Stone Wolf.
Even Elder Whitmore, our homeroom elder, frowned. Everyone knew the Frost Wolf pup carried the purest bloodline of any Lycan in this batch. His ancient lineage concentration was 80%. The Stone Wolf's was barely 20, considered low rank by any standard.
Scarlet, choosing your bebonded Lylan isn't something to take lightly. This determines your ceiling for the rest of your life.
Scarlet bit her lip. She looked up with wide, glistening eyes and said, with complete and utter selflessness,
Sir, Selene needs this Frost Wolf more than I do. My bloodline rank is strong. I can progress fast no matter what Lycan I bond with. But Selene is Omega class. If she ends up with a low-rank Stone Wolf on top of that, her future is basically over.
A few people nodded.
That's a decent thing to do. Well, say something.
I blinked.
It's fine. You don't have to swap. I actually kind of like Stone Wolf.
Scarlet pulled the Stone Wolf closer to her chest. She looked at me the way someone looks when they've been wronged.
Selene, you don't have to test me. I genuinely want to trade.
I wasn't buying it.
I'm serious. Keep him.
Before I could finish, something sharp bit down on my neck. Then he pressed his tiny tongue against my skin and licked it clean. The Frost Wolf initiated a mate mark with me. What the room witnessed was not just an unsanctioned bond. It was a Frost Wolf branding, a mark of fate onto an Omega class student.
So Selene wasn't being noble after all. She said she didn't want the Frost Wolf, but she went and got mate marked the second she got the chance. She was just scared Scarlet take him back. Never seen someone play both sides that hard before.
After the mate mark locked in, the white wolf pup went drowsy and fell asleep in my arms. I sat there listening to the whispers and feeling my face go red. They didn't know the truth. I genuinely did not want this Frost Wolf, because I knew something none of them did. In 2 weeks, this beautiful, pure, bloodline Frost Wolf was going to be completely useless. Scarlet knew too. The moment she gave up the Frost Wolf and fought me for the Stone Wolf, I understood. She'd been reborn, just like me. I stared at Rex tucked against Scarlet's chest. I'd been so close to him in my past life. We trusted each other completely now. Scarlet had taken him. I could deal with losing cold resistance. What I couldn't stand was thinking about whether Rex would be fed properly, whether he would be treated well. I was staring at him when Rex slowly turned his head and met my eyes. Then he blinked. Once. Twice. 2 blinks was a signal. A code we'd created together in our past life. During the months we spent in the eastern ruins when there was no one else to rely on. Rex was using it now to tell me, he remembered. He had been reborn too. I looked at him, really looked. He was smaller now, rounder, with none of the combat scars he'd carried by the end. The way he watched me hadn't changed. He'd found me in a classroom full of strangers and used a code only the 2 of us knew. That was enough. Suddenly, something warm and soft wrapped around my fingertips.
I'm not useless. And stop staring at that chunky little lowlife.
Are you talking?
Caius gave an imperious little sniff and rolled over in my arms. I thought about what to call him. Frost Wolf felt too generic.
Your Highness.
My name is Caius. And yeah, you can call me Your Highness if you want.
Who taught you to be this dramatic?
Up front, Elder Whitmore was explaining resonance ceremony bonding mechanics on the board. Most bonds were initiated by students. since lichens were naturally proud creatures. Everyone except me, since I'd already been forcibly claimed.
Caius, why did you bond with me?
I didn't like that other girl. She smells.
Smells. Scarlet is literally the most popular student in school. Half the guys here would say she smells amazing.
Those guys are blind. They can't see the rot underneath.
And me?
You're fine. You're kind of sweet.
I started scratching under Caius's chin while the class droned on.
And would have measured the cleanling.
I scratched his ears, squeezed his belly, and eventually couldn't help reaching for his tail. They say you should never touch a lichen's tail, but Caius was young, so the usual rules didn't apply. The moment my hand settled on the tail, Caius went completely rigid.
As meet more of Phoracians ever.
Stop it. What is wrong with you?
Calm down. You've got a very active imagination.
Caius's eyes welled up immediately. He snapped his head away and refused to look at me. Across the room, Scarlet successfully completed her bond formation. A flash of pleasure crossed her face. She directed it toward Rex. The formation activated, spinning fast around Rex. Inside the light, Rex quietly reached out and made 2 small adjustments to the structure. The standard equal bond shifted, without a sound, into a master-servant bond. Rex was the master, Scarlet was the servant. The formation read clean from the outside, nothing to flag, nothing to question. Rex had simply ensured that every order Scarlet gave him was one he was choosing to follow. The moment he decided otherwise, the bond would answer to him, not her.
John Lars.
For now, he would play the loyal lichen.
It
It was a technique we discovered together in a ruin, years ago in another life. Rex was now using it to put a leash on Scarlet. Rex caught my eye across the room, satisfied, proud of himself.
You are so manipulative.
Me? How? Caius's voice escalated toward genuine grievance.
You touched my tail and then stared at that chunky lowlife for 5 whole minutes. You were making eyes at him.
I added another item to my mental description of him, prone to completely unhinged jealousy. After class ended, Elder Whitmore handed out progression supplies. I kept a single moon core for myself. I fed everything else to Caius. 19 cores. Caius crunched through them like chips.
Is she serious? That's a week's worth of bloodline resources and she just fed all of it to the Lythan. Did she even listen? Lythans have slow growth cycles. You're not supposed to rush them. The moon cores are supposed to be for her own bloodline rank progression. The Frost Wolf it bonded with her for nothing!
Some of you should note, moon core allocations are limited. The Academy won't give you more if you waste them.
Got it.
Honestly, in my past life, I'd always been generous with Rex. Most students kept a 4 to tau, on and ratio for themselves. I split everything 50-50. But this, 19 for Caius, 1 for me. It wasn't generosity. It was self-preservation. Because Caius and I had a mate mark. The standard equal bond meant one partner's death didn't affect the other. A mate mark was different. If Caius froze to death on day 1 of the reckoning, the same way the Frost Wolf died in my past life, I died too. Caius's survival wasn't kindness. It was my only chance to live. I carried Caius toward the exit, and Scarlet stepped half in front of me.
I know you've been reborn too. This time, the cold resistance belongs to me.
I smiled.
Then I hope you enjoy it. You and your useless little Lycon can look forward to freezing on day 1. I gave you a chance to be useful to me. You threw it away.
Ember lunged at Caius with a low growl. Caius's Alpha King bloodline aura pressed down without effort. Half of Ember's flame died mid-air. Then Caius turned around and farted. Scarlet's composure shattered instantly.
What is wrong with you? Get that disgusting thing away from me!
I turned and walked away, barely holding in a laugh. Caius's eyes welled up immediately. He snapped his head away and refused to look at me. Across the room, Scarlet successfully completed her bond formation. A flash of pleasure crossed her face. She directed it toward Rex. The formation activated, spinning fast around Rex. Inside the light, Rex quietly reached out and made 2 small adjustments to the structure. The standard equal bond shifted, without a sound, into a master-servant bond. Rex was the master, Scarlet was the servant. The formation read clean from the outside, nothing to flag, nothing to question. Rex had simply ensured that every order Scarlet gave him was one he was choosing to follow. The moment he decided otherwise, the bond would answer to him, not her. For now, he would play the loyal Lycan. It was a technique we discovered together in a ruin, years ago in another life. Rex was now using it to put a leash on Scarlet. Rex caught my eye across the room, satisfied, proud of himself.
You are so manipulative.
Me? How? Caius's voice escalated toward genuine grievance.
You touched my tail and then stared at that chunky lowlife for 5 whole minutes. You were making eyes at him.
I added another item to my mental description of him, prone to completely unhinged jealousy. After class ended, Elder Whitmore handed out progression supplies. I kept a single moon core for myself. I fed everything else to Caius. 19 cores. Caius crunched through them like chips.
Is she serious? That's a week's worth of bloodline resources and she just fed all of it to the Lythan. Did she even listen? Lythans have slow growth cycles. You're not supposed to rush them. The moon cores are supposed to be for her own bloodline rank progression. The Frost Wolf had bonded with her for nothing!
Caius's eyes welled up immediately. He snapped his head away and refused to look at me. Across the room, Scarlet successfully completed her bond formation. A flash of pleasure crossed her face. She directed it toward Rex. The formation activated, spinning fast around Rex. Inside the light, Rex quietly reached out and made 2 small adjustments to the structure. The standard equal bond shifted, without a sound, into a master-servant bond. Rex was the master, Scarlet was the servant. The formation read clean from the outside, nothing to flag, nothing to question. Rex had simply ensured that every order Scarlet gave him was one he was choosing to follow. The moment he decided otherwise, the bond would answer to him, not her.
John Lars.
For now, he would play the loyal Lycan. It was a technique we discovered together in a ruin, years ago in another life. Rex was now using it to put a leash on Scarlet. Rex caught my eye across the room, satisfied, proud of himself.
You are so manipulative.
Me? How? Caius's voice escalated toward genuine grievance.
You touched my tail and then stared at that chunky lowlife for 5 whole minutes. You were making eyes at him.
I added another item to my mental description of him, prone to completely unhinged jealousy. After class ended, Elder Whitmore handed out progression supplies. I kept a single moon core for myself. I fed everything else to Caius. 19 cores. Caius crunched through them like chips.
Is she serious? That's a week's worth of bloodline resources and she just fed all of it to the Lythan. Did she even listen? Lythans have slow growth cycles. You're not supposed to rush them. The moon cores are supposed to be for her own bloodline rank progression. The Frost Wolf had bonded with her for nothing!